Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Ohio Blade HQ. So I'm kind of excited about this review. This is actually the first review that is from a viewer request. So it wasn't a super specific viewer request. Somebody said, hey, how about you review a Twosun? So they didn't specifically say a Twosun TS16, which is this, but how about you review a Twosun? And I looked back through the comments, and it was a while back, and I just can't remember what video that comment came on, and I couldn't find it. So I know somebody that watches this channel requested a Twosun, so thank you. And actually, we got a couple. So there's this one, and then I got another one on the way. So we're going to be reviewing some Twosuns. So as I mentioned, this one is the TS16, and the packaging, it has this outer sheath and then a plain brown box. And I notice right away here that we got a big oil spot. So I'm guessing this thing comes covered in grease. And yeah, there you go. Kind of looks like a KFC box after you left the chicken sitting in there too long. Lots of grease in there. And here's the knife and the package. And good Lord, that has some oil on it. Which, I'm not going to complain. I mean, I'd rather it come sopped in oil and not rusty than not covered in oil and then be rusty, So, anyways, we're gonna, if I can get this damn plastic bag open, I guess we are going to cut it open because that is super packed in there. I don't know why. There we go. Good Lord, that is ridiculous to try and get into that plastic bag. All right, there we go. Plastic bag destroyed and completely covered in oil. But all right, I bought the TS16 because I really liked the look of that G10 pattern on there, and I just thought that looked wicked cool. So that was the main reason I bought it. I'm actually gonna pause for a second and wipe the ridiculous amount of oil off of this thing. Hang on. And we're back. So got the majority of the oil off there. I'm gonna move my oil coated packaging out of the way here. And there we go. So that is the knife right there, guys, the TS16, and there is a wave pattern that you might be able to see in there, in that G10. And then the other cool thing is you can see the layers in there. So nice layered G10, very nice, and it is grippy. I mean, that texture gives you a lot to hold on to, which is cool. You do have a lanyard hole, and that is got recesses on the handle scales there, the G10. But you could pretty easily get a nice lanyard through there if you like lanyards. Not me, but to each their own. And then you got a G10 back spacer in black to contrast the pattern on those scales. And fit and finish on this is actually really nice. Everything's nice and even. The screws aren't boogered up or anything. Yeah, I mean, it looks nice. You got your standard Torx bits for everything, and then that pivot is pretty cool looking too. So yeah, like that. Pocket clip, that's the thing that I'm probably the least impressed with. I mean, it's a decent size. I just, I'm a fan of deep carry pocket clips. This is like the antithesis of that. So, Like you're gonna have probably, I don't know, what, maybe an eighth of the handle sticking up out of your pocket. It is, right hand tip up, and that looks to be the only way that you can carry that, which is fine. I mean, a lot of knives come that way. You got the standard flipper with some jimping on there to get a good purchase on that. So let's go ahead and check the action on this guy. Nice. Very nice. And there you got your Twosun logo. This is in a satin finish with D2 steel, so that's very nice. And then you got that pattern in there that actually is engraved into the steel. So that's not just printed on there, that is actually cut into the blade, which is pretty cool. You got a nice swedge that goes most of the length of the blade. You got that there. You got the night morning design, and this is a saber grind, and then the tip on that is it's kind of sheep's foot, but kind of just modified drop point. Take your pick there. But anyways, it's a nice big knife. Well, lengthwise, so it's about 8.5 inches. I think it's 8.48 total length. The blade is 3.8. The handle is 4.8 inches. It's 145 grams, which translates into about 5 ounces. So it's a fairly hefty knife. You do have some cutouts in there, so it is. They are trying to lighten it a little bit, but on the stainless steel liners, but it's still kind of heavy. But to me, it's a good weight. I don't think it's overly heavy. I think it's a good weight for this size of knife. It is a liner lock. The lock is fairly narrow, but it is nice and early on that lockup, and it is making good contact there with the blade. So that's what you want to see. So, and it feels like it's on bearings. There wasn't a whole lot of information on this knife online, but I think looking in there, we got a ball bearing pivot, and just based on the feel, that's bearings. So that action on that is super smooth. It closes up really nice, and it just feels great in the hand here. So the only thing I don't like, again, is that damn pocket clip. It sucks. I mean, and I don't like how far the tip of that peeks out. And it's like, are you trying to stab my hand? Because, I mean, that is not comfortable. So if I would change one thing about this knife, it would be completely redesign that pocket clip, because it's awful. I mean, I'm left-handed, so it's not going to get in my way as much, but for you righties, that is going to be very uncomfortable to have that thing pushing into your hand. I mean, I don't know why you would put that much of a gap in there and have that thing stick out that far. But, somebody had a reason for it. Not a good one, I don't think, but man, that sucks. Everything else I like about this knife. I mean, D2, yep, that'll do it for me, and that'll hold an edge for a good long time. It's a good looking knife, and I love the G10 pattern on that. So price wise on this, you can get them, like if you go to dhgate.com, you can find them for $40 thereabouts. But then you're going to be waiting until, like right now we're in March, beginning of March. You're going to be waiting until April to get that sucker in your mailbox. So I bought mine on eBay. There you go. I paid $45, free shipping and handling. So, and there you go. It does say ball bearing. So it is a ball bearing pivot on that knife. Confirmation, success. All right. And then if you buy these on Amazon, they're closer to 55 or 60 bucks. So anyways, I felt like I made a good purchase because kind of balanced the price with how long it was going to take to get here. I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and test the edge, see how well it comes honed from Twosun, and Jesus Christ, that is awesome. That is butter smooth. I mean, I'm barely touching the knife. That's just the weight of the knife pulling through the paper. That is ridiculously sharp. My God, that's one of the best edges I've tested in a long time. That's very similar to those Ganzos, actually, the 21 and the 31. But man, that is super duper sharp, super sharp. You can just sit here and make little shavings off this paper. So that is awesome. So Twosun, excellent honing on that. Thank you for spending the extra time to get that done. And you know, we got our stupid Bud K magazine here, so let's go ahead and just see it on the magazine paper. Maybe there. Oh my God, yes that is great. I mean, can't say enough good about how that edge comes. You know, 45 bucks, not a bad price. Not a bad price for what you get here, in my opinion. I like it. You know, Twosun is another one of the Chinese brands. So, you know, if you're not into Chinese knives, then, you know, you might want to find something else. But the quality on some of these Chinese knives is just really good. I mean, it's not, you know, I think Chinese knives get a bad rap, and you know, there are some good brands, and I think Ganzo is one of those brands. I think they make good stuff. And this is actually the first Twosun I've ever had, the first one I've had in my hand, actually. First one for the channel, obviously. And I'm super impressed with this knife. This is actually going up there with, you know, being one of my favorite knives here. So I'm gonna carry this for a while and see how well I like it carrying it every day. But initial impressions, yeah, I'm happy. This is very nice, and man, the action on it's just great. I mean, it comes right out of there, very little effort. It's more of a light switch kind of flipper. I think push button it's not going to work, but it's really designed to be a light switch kind of flip. So sweet. Let me know what you guys think about this. And whoever said, you know, review a Twosun, thank you for the suggestion. I like it, and I'll have another one here pretty soon. So we'll check out another model from Twosun here shortly. But that one, the TS16, this is the G10 model. That they have another version of the 16, which I think is titanium maybe, but this is the G10, and God, I like it. I like it a lot. You can actually, you get that lock doesn't stick out very far, but you can easily get a good purchase on that with your thumb. I mean, it's very easy to close. I mean, and it just flips right out. Let's see if we can gravity flip it. No, it's got a good detent too. So, God, it's getting good marks everywhere. So there you go, guys. TS16 from Twosun. That I'm happy. I'm impressed with it. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate all the support. I appreciate comments. So if you guys have new ideas that you'd like to see on the show, or new, specific knife models or knife brands that you'd like to see, please send me a comment or leave me a comment in the videos, or send me an email, and I would be happy to take those under consideration. So yeah, cool deal, guys. Thanks.